Hello and happy Thursday. I hope you guys are doing awesome tonight. Welcome to our Flawless Faces mini beauty session tonight. I'm going to share with you a couple tips and tricks that I have as far as achieving that flawless face look. So we are excited to have you here tonight. My name is Senior Sales Director Mary Pyatt, and I am kind of your host for tonight. And so we are excited to have you here. Make sure as you are hopping on that you let me know that you are watching. You do have to be logged into YouTube to be able to comment. So if for some reason you are not logged in, you can choose to do that. Or be sure and message your consultant, or if you are a consultant, like if you are a customer, message your consultant and let her know that you are on. If you are a consultant and you're not able to comment, then shoot me a text so that I know that you are on and watching as well. Like I said, my name is Senior Sales Director Mary Pyatt, and we are excited tonight for Flawless Faces. And so just a couple of things as we are getting started with this evening. As I see everybody's hopping in here. Hello. I love it when I see you guys comment. That is awesome. Make sure that you do, speaking of comments, make sure that you do comment. I will do a fun little prize drawing at the end of this video. Once we're all done, it will be done off air just so I can make sure I get those that were not, excuse me, I have like a hair, like right there. If you were not able to comment, I want to make sure that I have a chance to know that you were on. So the drawing is done off air, but we will do a drawing just from those of you that are watching this live and participating and engaging with us. So we are super excited for that. So make sure that you do comment. And as always, you know, we like to kind of be a little entertained as we're doing this. So if you've got some sort of drink or beverage with you, whether that's water or wine or beer or coffee or whatever your drink of choice is, drop a little emoji and let me know what you got, what you're drinking tonight. And then also, if you are a guest and you are watching this, please be sure to comment who your consultant is. We want to make sure that we give credit where credit is due. And so make sure that you let us know who your consultant is that invited you. Okay, the other thing, this will be new versus some of the other ones that you've watched if you have watched some of our mini beauty sessions before, but I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, we're going to play a fun little game tonight during tonight's video. So grab a piece of paper and a pen if you don't already have one, which you may not because you didn't think that you needed it. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I'll explain to you just in a second what that is for. Okay, so again, make sure that you comment for giveaway drawings, comment as we go through, ask questions, any of that sort of thing, so that we can make sure that we answer your questions and all of that kind of fun stuff. Drop a little drink emoji with your drink of choice. Let me know what you've got. Let me know who invited you if you are a guest. And of course, grab a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, so our goal for tonight, as we are talking about flawless faces, is just to have a little bit of fun. Okay, we all need a little bit of fun right now. And so I don't know if you are counting the days and you feel like it's day 5,672 of this pandemic and this quarantine kind of situation. I'm not sure if you are still going to work, if you are working from home, if you are homeschooling, if you are trying to find a place to hide just to get away, whatever situation that you are in, just relax, sit back, and have some fun tonight, okay? So, like I said, we are going to talk about flawless faces. And I told everybody kind of in the promo, we were going to talk about 5 steps, but I really kind of thought of another one. So we're going to talk about the 5 steps to flawless faces plus 1, okay? So, and again, if you have questions, let me know. And actually, I would love to ask you a question to get started. So when you think of trying to achieve a flawless face, what does that mean to you? Like, what do you think that it takes to achieve a flawless face? So customers, consultants, everybody, I want you to chime in on that. So let me know what you think it takes or what it means to you to have a flawless face. Okay. And that'll kind of help me as we get started with this. So while you guys are commenting with that and what your answer to that question is, I do want to talk about this piece of paper and a pen. Okay. We are actually going to play tic-tac-toe. tonight. Okay, so I want you on your piece of paper to draw a large like tic-tac-toe board. Okay, you can take up the whole piece of paper. And as we go through tonight and I talk about products, if it is a product that interests you, okay, if it's a product you're like, I kind of want to know a little bit more about that, or, oh my gosh, that sounds awesome, I would really love to have that, write that product name in one of the squares. Okay. And so you've got 9 different squares to fill in. And so each time that you achieve a tic-tac-toe as you're watching, put it in the comments and let us know that you got a tic-tac-toe. So whether that is going across, whether that is diagonal, up and down, whatever that is, each time that you fill in a tic-tac-toe with 3 in a row, make sure that you comment. Okay. And then if you achieve it to where you've got the full board, then you can type in super tic-tac-toe. Okay. Or full board, or however you want to do it. But that will kind of be our way. And at the end of this, I'm going to have you send a picture of that to your consultant. Okay. And that way she can kind of know, number one, that you watched. And then that way she can also follow up about any questions that you might have or products that you might like to take home. Okay. So that is what the piece of paper is for. It's to play tic-tac-toe. Okay. So like I said, we're going to talk about flawless faces. Okay. And like I said, we've got 5 steps plus 1 that we're going to talk about. And so, like I said, I would love to know what it means to you, like what you think it takes to have a flawless face. Okay. And so the +1 that I want to talk about is really before anything happens. Okay. Before you even think about flawless faces, because for me, when I think flawless face, and I don't know if this may be you, I think makeup. Okay. I think that the flawless face is the makeup, the color products. Okay. But in order to have a flawless face, it really starts with skincare. Okay. So that's really your +1, your bonus, your necessity, really. And I love this, this little meme that I found that says your makeup game will never be a 10 if your skincare game is a 2. Okay, can we get an amen on that? And basically what that means is no amount of makeup, okay, no amount of color product, no amount of foundation, none of that is going to really matter if your skin underneath, if that canvas underneath does not have a good base from your skincare. Okay, so yes, flawless face talks about makeup, but really flawless faces start with skincare. Okay, so if you are a skincare like lover, okay, if that is you, then put that in the comments, what skincare program that you use. And I'm just going to get my next thing pulled up here. Let me minimize that. Okay, because I am not ready to show you that. You should not have seen that yet. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so we start with skincare. All right, and one of the things too, I actually watched a training video from a makeup artist, Luis Casco, yesterday, and he was actually talking about flawless faces, and he was talking about the skincare aspect of it. So tonight we will talk a little bit about the makeup products for that. But he was talking about the skincare. And one of the things that he said with skincare, because like I said, it is kind of the key thing to be able to use. And so I love that I'm seeing at TimeWise 3D skincare. I love that. There was a couple steps that he talked about that he had worked with a dermatologist in Beverly Hills, so like fancy. And there were some things that she had recommended as like bare bones, basic kind of skincare things. And so I just wanted to share a couple of those with you. The first one is actually washing your skin, washing your face, cleansing your skin morning and night. Morning and night. Okay. No options to skip that, morning and night. And you know, it's especially important if you do wear makeup, but even if you don't, we are bombarded with our skin from things every single day. So whether we are touching our face or not touching our face, or the being outside, or you know, any and everything, there's constantly things that are hitting our face. And so cleansing your skin morning and night is huge, okay? The other thing is to do exfoliation. Okay, you want to do some sort of exfoliation at least 1 to 2 times a week. If you're oily skin, you might do it a little bit more than that, but some sort of physical exfoliator. So like from the Mary Kay line, we're thinking microdermabrasion, charcoal mask, revealing radiance facial peel, our botanical effects scrub, like lots of different options to do that physical exfoliation. They also talked about having something with antioxidants in it. And I love that when he said this, that we do have some extra supplements. So like the vitamin C serum, or the replenishing serum C, the vitamin C activating squares, all of those have antioxidants. But our two skincare lines, especially the TimeWise, well, we have more than two skincare lines, but especially our TimeWise 3D and our TimeWise Repair have antioxidants built into them. So it makes it even easier to get that antioxidant step. He also talked about products that use retinoids. And again, Mary Kay products, you can have a skincare system that has retinoids in it. For example, our TimeWise Repair night treatment with retinol has retinoids in it. So it's kind of two birds with one stone. You can moisturize and have the retinoids in it at the same time. And then of course, sunscreen. Sunscreen is huge in protecting your skin as well. So again, skincare is the number one, the bonus, the extra, the basis really for a flawless face. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the makeup side of things. Okay, so we're taking really great care of our skin. What are those extra things that we can do when we're doing makeup to help with flawless faces? Okay, the first step is what we call prep and prime. Okay, and there's two particular products that I want to talk about with this step of prep and prime. And the first one is our oil mattifier. Okay, if you are an oily skin gal, like give me like some hearts in the comments or say, yes, that's me or something like that. If you are oily, because that is me. Okay, so this may not be for everybody, but it is really awesome. So this product, the oil mattifier, it helps to control the surface oil on your skin. Okay, and so it gives you a natural matte finish. It instantly absorbs oil and it controls shine for 8 hours. 8 hours. And so if you are oily skin, this is a huge problem solver for us. Okay. And so what you do with this is it's got a kind of a point tip applicator and you just use a little bit like this. Now, of course, I do have kind of my little like, what did I call it? Quarantine, but cute kind of makeup look on. So I do have foundation and things like that on. So I'm not going to put this on. Well, actually I could, because you wouldn't be able to see it, but you just need a little bit and you're going to pat this wherever you have excess oil. So especially for us, we're going to do kind of like in our T-zone area, and you don't need to rub. You just kind of pat that into those problem areas. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to put it all over. You just put it in those areas that you need a little bit of oil control. You're going to do this step, the oil mattifier, after your moisturizer and before your foundation. Okay, after your moisturizer, before your foundation. All right, and this again will help to control shine and absorb excess oil for 8 hours, which is awesome. Okay. The next step in our prep and prime category is our foundation primer. This product, oh my word, guys, is amazing. And so what this product does is I unofficially call this product Crack Spackle. And I know that's not really like the fun, glamorous name, but that's the best way I can think about to describe quickly and easily what it does for you in a fun way. It is really easy to describe, but in a fun way. And so the foundation primer actually has an SPF of 15. So I love that because you are getting that extra benefit of that sun protection. But this is kind of like an invisible buffer. Okay, so it's going to help to fill in imperfections. So that's kind of where the crack spackle comes in. When you're getting ready to paint your walls, what do? You spackle like any holes, like nail holes or cracks or anything, and then you prime it, right? That's what this does for your skin and your face. It also acts like a magnet to give your foundation staying power. So it is going to help whatever kind of foundation you use, whether it's powder or liquid, stay longer. But it also helps to absorb excess oil and it diffuses light. And so what that does is it actually kind of is like a softener for your face. What did I like blurred effect is one of the key the key words that this makeup artist had talked about yesterday. And so it reduces the appearance of pores and wrinkles. Okay, so you can actually use this without foundation. Okay, so it's a great to use with foundation. But if you're not wearing foundation, but you still kind of want to kind of have that softened, like diffused look on your face, like that blurred effect, then you can still use this. So especially if you are having to be on a lot of like Zoom calls or conference calls or things like that, video calls for work or things right now, this is a great option. And even for men, like men can use it as well too. And so I wanted to show you this other picture because this will really give you an idea of what this product does. And so the bottom part of this is blurry, but I do want to show you this top part. And so let me see if I can like zoom in on this top part here. Maybe. Oh, now I don't know how to move it. Okay, let's go back out. I want you to see this top part here, and hopefully you can kind of see where my cursor is. This before, you can see all of the pores. This is at the nose area, so like right next to your nose on the cheek of a customer. And then this is the after she has foundation primer on. So you can see the difference and how that kind of fills in all of those large pores. It helps to soften that area. So even if she did not put on foundation, this would be an amazing product just to help with that flawless appearance on her skin. Okay, so that is the foundation primer, SPF 15. Okay, all right. So we talked about the prep and prime, and the oil mattifier and the foundation primer. The next step is prepare. Okay, and this is talking a little bit. I want to kind of talk about some of the tools that we're going to use for some of the next steps. Okay, so when we're talking about preparing, let's talk about the tools to use for foundation and concealer. Okay, so that's the next products that we'll talk about, but I want to talk about these tools first. So the first one is our liquid foundation brush. And when you're doing foundation and concealers, you of course can use your fingers, but there is nothing like using a tool to be able to do that. Again, think about when you're painting a wall. If you tried to paint with your hand versus using a paintbrush, such a world of difference, right? You're just able to have things smooth. There's no like more product, more paint one place and less paint the next another place. That's the same thing with using brushes. Okay, so we do have our liquid foundation brush. And it's very soft bristles, very pliable, very movable. This does some, your coverage is going to be anywhere from sheer to medium coverage. And so I love this brush. This is actually my most favorite. I use this all the time. And you can actually just put the product right here on top. So I just dab a little bit on top and then we'll like dab it on my face and then use the brush to kind of blend it in. Okay, so this is our liquid foundation brush. You can use this on pretty much all of our foundations, except for our powder foundations. And you can actually use this to even blend in your concealer as well. Okay, I actually forgot to grab our brush for concealers, but we do have one that works for concealers that is more tapered to kind of get in like under eye area or around the nose. So that is an option as well as our concealer brush. But this is our liquid foundation brush. We also have our blending brush. And so this is one of our newer brushes. And so this is, you can kind of see it's a little, the bristles are a little bit shorter and stubbier. They're still flexible and pliable, but they don't have as much give as the liquid foundation brush does. And it is a different shaped brush head. It is more oval. And so this is actually going to give you fuller coverage, okay? And so, because with this one, you can still blend, but you almost kind of like pat with this a little bit more just because of the nature of the bristles. So you can do circles or you can pat as well. So that is our blending brush. And then our last one that we have, similar name, different type of product, is our blending sponge. Okay. And so this blending sponge, I love it because it does have like the broad flat tip or flat bottom to be able to put product. And it also does have the pointed tapered point to get into like the nooks and crannies under your eyes. I will tell you with this product, this does do a little bit more, in my opinion, of like sheer coverage because you are blending it. It's a greater surface area, but you also use this wet. And so let me show you the difference. And so I have my daughter's blending sponge so it's a little bit dirtier than this one. But I did get this one wet. So what you want to do is you actually want to take this product and I just turn on the faucet and I just run the water over top of it and I'm like squeezing it as the water's running over top of it like 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Okay. And then I stop the water, wring out the excess, and then it's ready to use. And here's why, because look at the difference in the size of this. Okay. So these two sponges, they're the exact same sponges. They started out the exact same way, but you can see the difference in size and they are so much softer. So like if I go to squeeze it, that end looked really dirty. If I go to squeeze it, like this one gives so much easier because it's wet than this one. Like I have to work so much harder at this. So this just makes it nice and easy to be able to blend those products in. Okay, so those are some of the tools that you're going to need for preparing to be able to do the next couple steps. Okay. So before we get into the next couple steps, I do want to share with you a little bit about some fun things that we are doing. So you did hear me say that as you comment on this video that we are actually going to do a prize drawing just from this video. It is a product prize drawing, but we are also doing a couple other drawings. And so I want to tell you about one of them right now, and then I'll tell you about the second one in just a little bit. So the first one is actually a $200 cash drawing. And so this is something that's really awesome that I'm so excited I'm doing with a couple of my girlfriends in Mary Kay. We are all 3 sales directors in Mary Kay. So this is open to customers and consultants in our 3 units. And this is the opportunity for you as a customer to win $200 cash. And the awesome part is that if you win $200 cash, your consultant that invited you to watch this, that takes care of you, she wins $100 cash. Okay. And so it's really, really awesome. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so I'm trying to hold it in. We were outside all day today. And so my allergies are kicking my butt. So I'm so sorry. And so $200 cash drawing to you, the customer, $100 cash to your consultant. And there's a couple different ways to get entered in. And so, but actually for you being on here tonight, for watching this video, commenting, letting us know either comments here or texting your consultant and letting her know that you are watching, you actually get 2 entries into that drawing because you are attending a Mary Kay virtual event. And so we are so excited and congratulations. You have earned 2 chances. So that was easy, right? You didn't even know you were getting 2 chances and you got 2 chances. So that was your first step, was to be able to do that. And so you've earned 2 chances. The other options that you have is if you want to continue a little bit of happiness and fun at home. And what we mean by that is, again, we're all kind of stuck at home or a little overwhelmed maybe about all the things that are going on. And we just want to have a little fun and happiness and joy. And so if you would love to do something like this, so some sort of virtual appointment with your consultant, of course, we are right now being hands off. And so this will be a virtual appointment. So it could just be a phone call where you talk with your consultant about products or things like that, or she can send you samples and be able to do something with you over the phone and walk you through how to use the samples, anything like that. So if that is something that interests you, is to be able to do a one-on-one appointment with your consultant. You can choose, again, what products you guys talk about, what type of appointment, any of those sorts of things. But if that is something that interests you, you can actually earn more chances into that $200 cash drawing. So drop a little like raise your hand emoji or say, I would love to do that, whatever you have access to as you're commenting. I know it's always a little bit different on computers versus phones. And so do a little emoji, say, I'd love to do a virtual appointment, whatever is easiest for you. And that would get you chances into the $200 cash drawing as well. And I love this. Like, Robin, we are so excited about this drawing. So I love that. The other option, and you can actually get 3 chances into that $200 cash drawing is if you do this, is if you want to share this with friends. Okay. We are missing our girlfriend time. All right. We are missing having people that we want and enjoy to be around. Not that we don't love our families, but we're ready for some like girlfriend time, happy hours kind of things, right? And so if that is something that you'd like to do, maybe get a couple girlfriends. You can do like a Facebook party. You could do something like this. You can get on Facebook Messenger. You can do Zoom. Like, we can figure out the technology details of it. But if that is something that you want to do, and again, all of you guys could be kind of having a little virtual party together, then comment again with an like the girlfriend emoji, or say, something about girlfriends in the comments or anything like that. But that would just mean that you want to share some of that happiness with others, have a little fun. And again, you can earn some free product with Mary Kay, and you can also earn more chances into that $200 cash drawing. Okay. The last thing to get you into that drawing is if you wanted to learn a little bit more about the Mary Kay story. Okay. We know and we understand that Mary Kay is not for everybody, but we also know that in this current climate, things have changed for a lot of us. And so maybe that opens you up a little bit more to exploring another way to earn a little bit of extra money. Maybe you've enjoyed being able to work from home, and so you'd like to kind of continue to do that. Or maybe you just want to have a little bit of fun. Maybe you just need something to kind of lift your spirits and things like that. And so if you'd be interested in learning a little bit more about Mary Kay, what the company is about, kind of what we stand for, and how we can work our business, we would love to share a video with you. And so you can just type in the comments video, and we will send you the link to a video to be able to watch. We'll do a little kind of follow-up afterwards just to ask you some questions on it. And if it's for you, awesome. And if it's not, you might know somebody that it could benefit. And the really awesome part right now is Mary Kay has added an extra way to be able to start a Mary Kay business. It's a virtual e-start business, which is really, really cool. And so it's only $30. And you actually get a couple, like a website and your credit card processing services free for the first year, which is super, super cool. So it is a great way to be able to supplement income, make a little bit of extra money, and have a little bit of fun. So again, if that is something you'd be interested in watching a little bit of video about, and learning a little bit more, then just type video in the comments as well. So, okay. So the next thing we're going to do, and we're going to continue on with our steps, and I'm so sorry that my nose is getting stuffy, is we're going to talk about finding your match, okay? And so when we're talking about finding your match, we're talking about foundation, okay? And so that really is a huge part in Flawless Faces. And really, that's just because that can help even out your skin tone. Okay, of course, we want to talk about your skincare and working to address any skin issues with even skin tone and things like that with skincare, but foundation can also help with that. And the awesome part is we actually have 5 different foundations in Mary Kay. And so we have a mineral powder foundation, if you prefer that. We have a CC cream, which is a very lightweight complexion correction cream. We have cream to powder foundation, which starts as like a creamy pressed powder and then dries, or like a creamy pressed foundation, and then it dries to a powder finish. And then we have 2 different types of liquid foundation. And I'm going to focus on those 2 tonight just because, well, they're my favorite. And so when you do the video, you get to talk about your favorite things. So I'm going to talk about those, but the other ones might also be of interest to you. So again, make a note about it, talk to your consultant, because that's why we have different foundations, is because different foundations appeal to different people. Okay. But I do always say with liquid foundation, if you are not a liquid foundation fan, I beg you to please try our liquid foundation. I was not a liquid foundation fan at all. I felt like it was always heavy and cakey. And then I tried Mary Kay's. And then Mary Kay has improved theirs over and over. And so this new foundation, it's our Time Wise 3D foundation. And the thing that is awesome about this is our, so let me hide this banner here. This is our TimeWise 3D foundation. And this is my like little demo case of, you know, the different shades. So, so you can kind of see it. But the way that this liquid foundation works is this foundation, we have a matte and a luminous. And so the matte helps to control oil for 12 hours, and the luminous helps to hydrate your skin for 12 hours. So each has their own special benefit. Both of them are sweat and humidity resistant. So especially summers in Missouri. This is awesome. And these all contain our Age Minimized 3D complex, which is also found in our TimeWise 3D skincare system. So it's got ingredients that are good for your skin. So it's not just foundation to kind of cover your skin. It actually helps to like protect and repair your skin, nourish your skin while you're wearing it. So this actually has encapsulated resveratrol, it has vitamin B3, and it has peptides, which are all things that are great for your skin and take care of your skin. These are also, there's an IntelliMatch technology that Mary Kay used to formulate this. And what they did is they actually scanned real women, okay, real women, and came up with over 3,000 combinations of skin tones. And they used that when they were creating the shades of these Mary Kay 3D or the TimeWise 3D foundations, so that there are newer shades that we've never had before in order to make sure that we can match your skin tone. So now instead of having to be at the store and like trying to hold up a foundation to like, I mean, for me to try to see if this little stripe matches my skin, like that doesn't work, right? And so we want to be able to get together with you, match you, find your perfect match, find your perfect shade. And then that way, you know, you're wearing the correct shade of foundation. And then that can also help us with your concealer shade, your powder shade, all of those things as well. Okay. So that is the TimeWise 3D foundation. Okay. So when we talk about finding your match, we're talking about your foundation. The next part of it is perfect and conceal. Okay, so the next step to flawless skin is perfecting and concealing. And so with that, our first one is our perfecting concealer. And so these concealers are really, really awesome because, again, they are formulated for different skin tones. And so if you are working to cover up blemishes or age spots or things like that on your skin, you would want to use our perfecting concealer. And so this actually has, sorry, I was looking at my notes to see if I was missing anything. There are different shades from these, and these have a doe foot applicator, which means it helps you to get that precision application. And so with this, you can just take this and dot it right on the spots that you want to cover. So again, if you're doing age spots or trying to hide redness or things like that, you would use the same tone as your skin. Then we have the most amazing, and actually, let me back up. The other thing I love with this is that these are very lightweight. They're not going to be cakey. They blend easily into your skin, which is really awesome. And I know a lot of people use concealer when they're trying to work with the under eye area. Probably one of the number one concerns I hear from women is that they feel like they've got dark circles underneath of their eyes, or, you know, that like bluish, purplish kind of coloring. And so I actually love to recommend our under eye corrector when it comes to that. And I grabbed the wrong one. I'm so sorry. Let me find our under eye corrector. Here it is. Okay, so our under eye corrector is just like our perfecting concealer in the fact that it has a doe foot applicator, but this one is special. Okay, and if you've watched some of our videos before, like when I do a like quarantine but cute look, like what I have on, it's lighter foundation, but I never ever miss my under eye corrector. Like I will not leave the house without this. I love this product. And so this actually has more of like a peach undertone to it, a peach coloring to it, as you can kind of see. And so what that does is that actually counteracts the blue and the purple and the dark circles under your eyes. And so if you think back to art class and you think back to the color wheel, that peachy, orangey kind of color is opposite of the blue and the purple, so it helps to cancel it out. Okay, and so it's going to cancel out that dark color under your eye area and instantly brighten that eye area, which is awesome. So this is kind of like the way to pretend like you got a whole bunch of sleep in a little tube, in a little bottle, which is awesome. Okay, that is probably, like I said, one of my most favorite products. Okay, the last step of our Flawless Faces tips is to finish with a flourish. And I've got 3 products that I'm going to talk about here. The first one is our translucent powder. Okay, this translucent powder, we do have mineral powder foundation. We do have pressed powder, but I love recommending the translucent powder. It is a white powder. I just dumped that in my lap. That was hilarious. Okay. That looks funny if you look down at my lap. I'm not even going to stand up, but I just dumped that in there. So you never have a story till something goes wrong, right? So translucent powder, I'm not going to tip that anymore. It is a white powder. I could probably just like brush up what's in my lap. But it is a white powder. You can see it on the brush. And so this, after you are done with your makeup, so your foundation, your color, your everything, okay, then you are going to take this powder, and I'll actually just put it on so you can kind of see it. You do want to tap off the excess. And again, I'm looking at my lap and it's cracking me up. But you have a little bit of the translucent powder, and I do kind of like dot it a little bit and then just blend it in, okay? And so what this is going to do, I'm still cracking up looking here at my lap here. Okay. Anyway, now you two know that you can, do these videos because I'm by no means a professional. So this translucent powder helps to control shine. It kind of gives you like an invisible finish. So, I mean, you could kind of see that did help to take away the shine that I had. And it has light diffusers in it. So it actually kind of makes like a soft focus on your makeup and your finish. So I kind of call it like an airbrushed kind of finish. So this is like airbrush to finish off your makeup look. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. The other thing, moving on, is our makeup finishing spray. Okay. So this is a must have. Okay. Must have. And so this finishing spray gives your makeup, your foundation, everything 16 hours of staying power. See, I can't get off the powder thing. 16 hours of staying power, but it is breathable. Okay, so I kind of relate this to like hairspray for your makeup. Okay, it's going to keep everything in place, keep it from moving, but like it still feels good. It doesn't feel heavy like hairspray. And so with this, it's just kind of a spray mist. You can kind of see that. And so once you're all done with your makeup, you just spray this on your face. Okay, and you want to make sure that you get all sides of your face and everything. You can also use this throughout the day just to kind of refresh your makeup, kind of give you that like pick me up. So if you're working all day and then still going somewhere else, you can use this kind of as a refresher as well. This funny story about this, besides dropping translucent powder in my lap, is I have an amazing story on this. So I've done some bridal makeup. Okay. And so I was actually doing bridal makeup for a gal. We were in a beauty salon. Okay. And so on the one half of the beauty salon, the hairdresser was doing hair. I was on the other half doing makeup. So I had just finished one of the bridesmaids' makeup. Okay. So we were all done. Hello. We were all done with her makeup. So she stood up and she went to go talk to another bridesmaid. Well, that other bridesmaid was by one of the hair washing stations and she was messing with her contacts. Okay. And so she had actually turned on the water at one of the hair washing stations and was washing her hands or washing something. And of course, if you are familiar with hair washing stations at a beauty shop or a beauty salon, the water that comes out of those is very powerful. And it has that hose that they can pull out to be able to maneuver around your head, right? And so this gal that was turning on the water was not holding the hose. And so the the nozzle of the hose was like next to the sink, was facing out. So when she turned on that water, the water with great force came out of the nozzle and sprayed my bridesmaid like right in the face. The makeup that I had just finished sprayed her right in the face. And so all of us, like the entire salon, just went and like held our breath because we were running a little bit behind and with a hair and makeup. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like there is no way that I have time to redo her makeup and still continue on track with everybody else, because I had not even done the bride yet. And so we were all just like on edge trying to figure out what to do. The bridesmaid, I said, okay, don't do anything. Just come here. And so she came to me. I promise you guys. Of course, we had used foundation primer and, you know, all of those other prepping tools, but had used this. The water on her face just like beaded up, and she just took a towel and like dabbed those water beadlets off. I had to do no kind of touch up to her face. Okay. No retouching, no fixing anything, nothing. Everything stayed perfect. Everything stayed awesome. It was the most incredible story and the most incredible testimony to, of course, foundation primer, but to this bad boy finishing spray. It was like awesome. So that's always my story when it comes to the finishing spray. All right. The last product that I want to talk about is beauty blotters. And so this I will show you. These are kind of a secret to have always with you at all times in your purse, in your backpack, things like that. So beauty blotters are really great, especially if you're oily skin, but all skin types can use them. They are just little pieces. They're actually like linen paper. So they are powder-free, dust-free, but it helps to absorb excess oil, dirt, and grime off of your face, off of your makeup, leaves a soft matte finish. So then you feel your makeup is fresh again. And especially to do this before you would touch up with powder, or even before you would touch up with the finishing spray, is amazing. So I will show you. So this is the paper with nothing on it. And so I'm going to kind of press it in some of my more oily spots, which is definitely around my nose. Now I did just put that powder on, so this may not be as cool and as impressive as it would have been if I didn't do that powder. Okay. But can you see that? Like, do you see those dark spots on there? That's the excess oil that this paper has absorbed from my makeup and from my skin. So then again, my makeup feels fresh. I don't feel shiny. I don't feel oily. And then now I can easily put powder on, do the finishing spray, that sort of thing as well. So this is really awesome. And it comes in a cute little like travel pack. So it's easy to have in your purse, in your bag, anything like that. So, okay. All right. So let's go back, excuse me, to your tic-tac-toe board. Okay. So if you missed that at the beginning, you can go back and rewatch this when we're done, but I wanted you to grab a piece of paper. And as we went through a product, if it was something that you were interested in or you had questions, draw it like a tic-tac-toe board on your piece of paper and write a product in each square that, again, you were interested in or you had questions on. And I want you to send that picture to your consultant. Okay. So make sure that you do that at the end of this video, to send that to your consultant so that she can follow up with you on that. The other thing is I do want to tell you about our second drawing that, I guess this is really our third drawing. So we have a drawing from the video tonight. So every comment gets you entered into that to make sure that we see that. And we'll do a drawing for just this video. We also have our drawing for $200 cash. And that one, I forgot to say, is actually done in June. Okay, so that drawing will be done the middle part of June. It's a quarterly contest that we do. The other drawing that we're doing is just for the April, and it is a $100 Mary Kay shopping spree. And so how you can get entered into this is every $50 purchase that you make with your Mary Kay Beauty consultant during the month of April gets you one chance into that drawing. So if you spend $50, you get one chance. If you spend $100, you get two chances. $200, you get four chances. Okay. And so we will do that drawing the 1st of May from everybody that has purchased from their consultant during the month of April. So we're so excited about that. So a little bit of cash, a little bit of product. We're having a whole lot of fun. Okay. So again, our goal tonight was just to have a little bit of fun, bring you joy, bring you happiness. I gave you a laugh when I dropped translucent powder in my lap. So I hope that you guys did have fun. I hope you just got to relax and enjoy yourself. Make sure that you do message your consultant to let her know if you watched this. In consultants, if I cannot see their comments, make sure that you do let me know that they were watching so that I can get them entered into the prize drawing from this video. And then, of course, make sure customers that you are sending your tic-tac-toe board to your consultant. Just snap a picture of it and send that to them, text them, email them, Facebook, however you want to communicate with them so that they can see your tic-tac-toe board as well. So thank you guys so very much for joining us. I hope you guys had fun. We will be back next Monday. We are doing Clinically Clear skincare. So we're going to talk about our Clear Proof line, which is our acne prone, excuse me, our acne care line of our skincare system as well. So again, I hope that you guys had fun. Have an awesome night, and I will see you guys later.